Hey y'all, this is Andy from And Go Physiotherapy. I want to go over some stretching that you can do for the posterior chain today. This is ideal for people who have leg strain or back strain, either from sports like running, jumping, or activities like lifting, or prolonged periods of time sitting. So what we're talking about with the posterior chain is everything from that low back down through the glute buttocks muscles, then down through the hamstrings and the calves. The tighter this is, the more it can restrict motion, not just through the legs, but also through that low back. So to test that today, we're going to do a forward bend. So we're starting with the feet slightly apart, arms relaxed. I'm going to hang my arms down towards the toes, keeping my legs as long as I can. This is doing a nice forward bend. The idea is we're trying to reach down past the toes. We're looking for a lack of tightness through the back of the legs, and then no pain up through the back of this one. So that's our test position. What we can do to work on this is a couple exercises, an A-frame exercise, and then also some mobility for the foot and the ankle to try to get those muscles to relax a little bit. So we're going to try the rolling one first. So the easiest way to do this, I got a small ball down here on the ground. Today I'm using a baseball, but you could use something like a tennis ball, a massage ball, or even a foam roller. I'm placing my foot on top of that. I'm trying to keep my foot as close to the ground even as I roll it towards the toes, rolling it back towards the heel, trying to keep some body weight on top of that ball. I can work on that rolling forward and back. I can also work on it rolling side to side, trying to keep that foot down close to the ground, trying to keep the rest of the body relaxed. I'm not clenching my fists, I'm not clenching that other leg, I'm trying to keep everything else nice and relaxed as I'm rolling it back and forth. If you don't have something like a ball to use, something like that, you can also use handy dandy door frame. So same idea, I'm coming up to that door frame, placing my foot up on there, heel coming down towards the ground, and I'm trying to pull my body over the top of it. So with the ball, we were trying to keep the foot close to the wall, to the ground. Now I'm trying to keep my body nice and close to that door frame, rolling forward and back, front and back. The other thing that we can do is an A-frame stretch. Looks a little bit like a downward dog position. So I'm going to start with this one, down on hands and knees. Trying to keep my hands under my shoulders, knees under the hips. I'm going to roll back onto my heels. Rear end's going to be up in the air, pushing through the arms to kind of shift my weight back onto those heels. I'm going up and back, eyes to the toes, pushing through the arms, looking for that stretch through the back of the leg here. If that's too difficult stretching back in that position, you can always use something like a chair or a box. So same idea here. I'm starting with my hands posted up on the box, working the heels back a little bit. And I can do that same thing, looking down at the toes, push through the arms, shifting my weight back onto the legs there. So after working on those stretches for mobility, then we can go back to that initial test that we did. And what we're looking for is less tension or less pain through the back of the legs or through the low back. So again, arms relaxed, resting at the sides, bending down, reaching for the toes, seeing if we can go that little bit further than we did the first time. Okay, that's all today. Have a good one.